Hello everybody and welcome back from post-editing PA9. Today we're going to be bringing you another episode working on M-City where we get a lot of stuff done. I'm working on the first skyscraper, which we're going to be doing is Taipei 101, so I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, okay? Alright, so now that we're a little bit farther, right now we're trying to clear out some of the area inside the template here. Basically all I've done is kind of completed what I was showing you with those diagonals, and I also connected all the diagonals to kind of see the pyramid shape that we're going for at least this section of the build. Right now we're trying to flatten the terrain in here because, as you can see, right, it is kind of mountainous, and I don't think we should build the building in the mountain. Like, I know we're not gonna make the entire city flat, but I don't think we should also build in the mountain. So I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but if you look, see, I'm doing from, you see this dot? I'm doing from this dot down. So obviously mine looks a little shorter. Since that last clip, it's been about 3 weeks and we are officially in winter break. So I'm off of school for my semester. It was a very tough semester. So I'm looking to get back into kind of what we got going on here. So all I've worked on so far is inside of the base of Taipei 101 structure. I made it flat so it's nice and flush. If I ever want to build an interior, I don't really know what the method is going to be regarding the interiors of all these buildings, but I did make it flat just because I think it could be useful in the future, and I probably will need some terraforming. Alright, so now that we are on kind of the upper torso part of the build, basically what I've been doing is kind of formulating the little notches of the building. Now the building does in real life have a total of 8 notches that are part of the upper torso. I don't know if I'll be able to fit all of those in, but this is kind of what I've got going on here. So I think it's better if I just go down and show what I've been doing. So we had the base in the last clip, and since then I've built the middle band, and then now we're working on the torso. Got birchwood for days. Oh my god, oh my god, wait. Alright, so something that I've been working on for the past little bit here is I built a temporary iron farm, kind of similar to the one I did on Craft a little recently. I put the link to this iron farm design in the description, but it's a very simple iron farm design, and to do this we also need to put some villagers in this bottom area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ship some villagers over from the villager breeder, at least 2 of them, and then maybe I'll just let them breed up to 30 by themselves organically. But basically I built this near the building where I'm going to be working at a lot, so that hopefully we can get some iron resources in the background, as I know that the iron farm from my castle has not really been super good anymore. Basically what we need to do is we need to go ahead. I've already got the minecart rail all hooked up to fully connect, as we can see here in the nighttime. This fully connects all the way back to the villager breeder. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can ship a couple villagers over. We need at least 2, but I might bring more just for fun. So let's see what we can do with this. I guess we'll take that to start. So we'll send him off. Off he goes on the minecart track. I'm gonna see if we can follow him here. So I reused the railway to bring him to the trading hall, but now he's gonna go all the way over this way, over to the beautiful iron farm. Oh, now he's going back down. Very nice. And then over. And then straight. Oh, that is not actually gonna work. Guess I'll just break that for now. I accidentally wired it into the wrong spot. Oopsies. What the freak, dude? Alright, there we go. First villager in. Alright, and as we can see, we got 3 more of these bad boys slowly making their way over. Look at them. 3 musketeers. You can actually see the moment that they get too close to the village to where they become a part of it, which is actually kind of cool to see. You can see these guys are making their way very... Oh, and I'm in the water. Okay. As you can see, they're making their way downtown. If I could fly for once in my life. See how they all gain jobs as they get closer to the area? And as we could see, they all get funneled into here. Boom, boom, and boom. Very nice. And this guy's suffocating now. Alright, so as you can see here, we have our villagers here, and theoretically, if we were to just throw down some bread... Okay, one of them just picked up 9 stacks of... Okay, there we go. So see, so they'll start breeding, and we'll start getting more villagers in here. I think they'll populate till we have a total of 30. And as long as I make sure to remove the green coats, we should be good. Now, all I need for this iron farm is a little hopper and a chest here to collect the output that comes from this center chute. And that'll be pretty much done. And as we can see here, our iron golem farm is officially working. We just saw an iron golem in there. If I can jump up here before he perishes. Oh, I guess I'm not going to be able to jump up there. There we go. As you can see, the iron golem farm is working. And there is iron golems spawning. So if we go ahead and examine what's going on underneath here, we will see that all of these villagers have populated this area. There should be about 30 of them in here. And we have 4 iron. Well, maybe this might not be as fast as I thought, but maybe it'll speed up. But anyways, if we look at our building here, I fully finished the segments for the main body of the building. Let me fly way back so I can actually get a decent view of what we got going on here. So I finished all of the main segments. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them for the main body. And now we kind of need to work on the top needle here. As you can see, we got this top needle bit. I can't really tell if it's focused, so maybe somebody can yell at me and tell me it's not if it's not. But as you can see, we're trying to make this top needle bit. So what it looks like from the top of the building, there's a square segment there. Then there's like a taller kind of fanning out segment. And then there's some circles there, and then there's a tall needle. So we're gonna try and formulate that. Level 900, please. There we are, level 900. God dang, son. Right now I'm kind of working on a little bit of more of the upper needle part, and I kind of want to do something along the lines where it's easing from this big kind of flat platform to smaller I guess bits of tower. So kind of what I got going on here. Let me just show you what I'm looking at the moment. So as you can see at the top there, we have this kind of this big platform, and then it's going to thin down to another little section, and then the needle will be on top of that, kind of to ease it into this I guess structure here. And I think that this is pretty closely resembling the real building. Obviously it's not going to be quite accurate, but let's go ahead and see if I can follow this structure here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna build out in a corner like this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Build out like this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should connect these. Beautiful. And I think all these layers should connect, kind of like another fanning out design of what we had for the torso of the building, but I'm doing that at a smaller scale just for this upper part to kind of see if I can get a vision of what we got going on here. Alright, so we've been installing these little accents of these kind of square and circle things. These little accents are all on the sides of the building. These little circles with squares in them around the mid-band transition from the base of the build to the torso. So we've been installing some templates of these all around, and this is the last one, so I'm going to show you how we build it. So we have this square bit that's going to go in the middle there, and then now we're going to do the circle. So to start with the circle, we're going to go ahead and go by 3. I'm going to go up by 1, do a little diagonal to work around to the other side, then we do another 1. Here comes a 3, another 3, and then a 1, and then an elbow like this, then a 1, then a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for this side. And then if we go down here, let me get a night vision real quick. actually. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 1, with a little bit of an elbow, like so. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oopsies. Do 1, and then an elbow like this, and then another 1, and it should match up perfectly, which it does. So now if we go ahead and back up, we can see if we see the vision here. I think we can kind of see the vision with where I was going for, kind of matching that accent on the real building with the circle and the square. And yeah, I think that looks pretty dang good. I ain't gonna lie, I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so we've been trying to figure out our block palette for what we got going on here. Don't mind the mess behind me, it's been a little bit of a tired night, that's all. But here's what we're looking like for the tower so far. So I've just been placing around some blocks, and I don't know if this is the finished block palette kind of thing, but I think one thing that I kept getting caught up in was trying to do too much detail. So we actually went backwards, and this has very little detail. But that doesn't mean nothing. So as you can see in here, we have obviously the green frog lights on the edges, which looks really cool at night. We have the regular quartz in the middle, and then we have quartz pillars that are indicating like the edge of a new layer. Alright, so now it is about that time again to go ahead and celebrate another year on the world. We just had our 4-year anniversary tribute, which if you haven't watched already, I highly recommend you watch it. It is, you know, the one video that I really put effort into each year. So we just published that, and now it is time to build our 4-year anniversary balloon. So kind of every anniversary of the world, we have kind of a little hot air balloon just with the number on it to kind of, I guess, you know, celebrate it, if you will, act as a little monument. And I think our year 4 one is probably gonna go, I think, a little bit behind the blue one. Either behind the blue one and red one, kind of like an up diagonal, or maybe in front of and up of the red one. So probably like right here or right here, I think. I don't really know too much yet, but I do know that this one's going to be a lime green one. So we got some resources prepared here. I haven't actually designed it, so I'm going to be designing it, you know, during the stream that I'm recording. All right, so this is a little bit of what we got going on here. We have a little bit of a ring balloon kind of forming up, and this is the number 4 that I ended up kind of making here that's going to go on all the sides. So as you can see, kind of seeing a little bit what we got going on here. Usually when I build these, I have this shape that I get from a website that gives me kind of the schematic blueprint on how to build it. Kind of just figure out the general shape before I fine tune it to be my finished balloon. But I think the green is looking really nice. I like the green. Definitely a good spruce up. I think year 5. I don't know why. I know it's already too early to be thinking about year 5, but I think year 5 is going to be orange. I feel like that would be a nice blend of colors. Alright, here we go, putting in the last little top cap on our mock-up balloon here. So if we go ahead and see what this looks like, we can see that I think it's looking decent so far. So there is our number 4 balloon, looking very green. Obviously that number 4 is not in the correct place just because that was a template. I think, because usually what I do is I make this like a perfect ellipsoid, which is like a stretched sphere. So I think what I need to do, if we actually look at this, I do remember doing this for the other balloons as well. This little chunk right here, I should probably get rid of and I should get rid of this layer right here. Just make it flat so that the number fits better. And I think I'll have to work a little bit on this bottom section so that it kind of like elongates down. Alright, so a little update here. We've finished off the carriage, and I think I'm pretty much done with the shape of the balloon. So we still haven't put in the numbers yet, but let me show you what this is looking like so far. So this is the kind of balloon shape that I ended up going for. It's a nice kind of tall balloon. I added this little detail on this little thing, this little like layer Added a kind of a tail segment toward the bottom to give it more of a balloon shape. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. As you can see, the little carriage spot, just something simple to kind of follow tradition. We also have the fence grid kind of acting as the support system. And then we have our campfires to give the effect of, I don't know what it's called, but in the hot air balloon where it has like the flames so that it actually like works. Alright, so we're going to be building the number on the side of our little hot air balloon here. So to build our number 4, we're going to go ahead and start here. We're going to go 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. And then we're going to go down, do the little stem here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back up here. We'll go up by 1, then over till we meet with the stem. And there we are. There is our number 4 balloon complete. Let's go ahead and see what we're looking like. The last thing I need to do is just a little bit of lighting. So I'll go ahead and do that in a second. But here is our finished number 4 balloon. Looking absolutely nice. I think the 4 is a little, I don't know. A 4 is kind of hard to build in Minecraft, but I think this is the best version that I came up with. And for the grand reveal of our finished balloon, there we are. Very nice, very nice. You know what? I think I like it. All right, so a little progress update on what we've been going on here. We've been doing some more work on the middle band and upper body, and then also with these little buttons here. So this is kind of the block palette that we got going on for the buttons and what this is looking like. So here we go. We've got our little highlighted square in the middle. We've got the emeralds to kind of give a hint of green and start using those in the block palette. And then for the most of the back, I'm still sticking with quartz. I did actually incorporate some polished andesite as kind of like a darker trim block, which I actually like. And this is the first little circle design where I actually put the emerald blocks indented one block. If we look, I did a couple other of these sides, and I did the emerald blocks flush. I don't really know which one I prefer at the moment. Let me go fly over this way, see if I can see both at the same time. I think I kind of prefer this one, honestly. Yeah, and then I'm also trying to figure out some designs to do on the main body of this, whether it involves light blocks, the dark accent block, or maybe windows. I'm still not too sure. I know that we are going to need an entranceway into the building, so that'll probably be some sort of arch here or something to have like an actual doorway entrance thing to the building or something like that. Alright, so since I'm going to be working on this Taipei 101 build for quite a while, I'm going to be building a new pumpkin and melon farm inside of here so that this thing can always be running in the background while I'm building around. So here's some of the resources I've gathered from the previous pumpkin and melon farm that I had at the villager trading hall for the M City. I had 2 modules of the farm, so I've gathered enough resources to make hopefully 4. And kind of what we got going on here is I'm going to start with my storage systems, having one side for pumpkin and melon, and then I'll do all the circuitry to filter out the pumpkins and auto-craft the melons. And then I think from there I can go ahead and start moving towards the actual farm modules and like the actual things. Here's a little progress update on the pumpkin and melon farm. Of the 4 modules that I want, we've got 1 complete. And then we also have another one that's under construction here. These are pretty simple to build, just kind of getting all the pieces together. And as you can see, this is my timing circuit. That's going to be 1 for the entire 4 module setup. And then we also got the storage system so far. So as you can see, from this 1 module, we're starting to get some pumpkins and some melons, which I think is looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think the reason that the ratios of these are a little off is because I bone mealed some of the stems, but I ran out before I could get to all the melons. So that's why those are a little bit off. Alrighty, here's a little progress update on our melon and pumpkin farming area. We're working on the last quadrant here. I haven't showed much of this building process just because it's been relatively simple and kind of repetitive a little bit. But I also built a new little farm over here. So what this farm is is it is a cookie, or anything really that can be composted. It's a composter that will turn it into bone meal, and then these crafter setups will craft into bone blocks, which can be put right here. Now the reason I've been trying to get some bone blocks is because I think there's also another white kind of textured block that might be something good to build with in M-City. So I was kind of playing around to see if getting large amounts of this is something that's going to be applicable. And the way that I get my cookies, which cookies is what I use for the composters because they're pretty good for that. The way that I get my cookies is I buy them from the farmer villagers over the trading hall, and doing one set of trades with all the farmers buying all their cookies is 5 shulker boxes even. So I've just been dumping in these little bone block crafters, you know, so that I can get some bone meal. I can also, you know, store these as bone meal because they can be crafted down to bone meal as well as back up to bone blocks. So yeah, we got that going, and then we got our melon and pumpkin farm looking good. So as you can see, we've got a total of 4 of these now, looking very nice. And yeah, we kind of do, what's it called? For the composition on the pumpkins and melons, basically I do 1 quadrant of pumpkin, then I do another half a quadrant of pumpkin, and then the rest is all melon. And that gives me a relatively even split production on both of them. So yeah, looking pretty good. Alright everybody, since I didn't quite have an outro recorded, welcome again from Post Editing PA9. I just want to say thank you all for watching, for those of you who made it to the end of the video, and I hope you all enjoy. Leave any comments or critiques you guys have down in the comments below on any little things that you think we can add to M-City as we go about building it, okay? So thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll be seeing you right here again next time. Bye-bye!